Before I get to Mr. Scared to get smacked in his face by Gervonta Tank Davis because he knows everybody's watching. What happened to Errol Spence? We all know that Terrence Crawford changed the man, that's right. He changed something different. Errol Spence went on stage and he had no idea who the two fighters were on stage. He had no idea what weight class this fight is taking place at. Check it out.
Why he is the best 135 pounder in the world. And the new WA welterweight champion of the world, Frank Martin.
Did y'all catch that? Because if you didn't, I'm gonna play it again. I'm gonna slow it down for some of y'all.
And the new WA welterweight champion of the world, best 135 pounder in the world, WA welterweight champion of the world, Frank Martin.
Since when did 135 become the welterweight division? I thought 135 was lightweight. Why is Errol Spence saying that 135 is welterweight? I'm telling you, Errol Spence has been changed for the rest of his life. He has no business on that stage. Errol Spence needs to be at home, sleeping in the crib. Get that man away from a camera, he is not all dead.
The best 135 pound welterweight champion of the world.
2017, do you know what Tank was doing? Tank became world champion. You know what Frank Martin was doing? He wasn't even professional yet.
Ella B is right. Experience is everything in boxing. Frank Martin is only showing up for a check. Frank Martin is a sacrificial lamb. He been built up for a moment like this. Frank Martin is your typical prospect in the sport of boxing who is being built up for somebody like Gervonta to knock him out in front of everybody to make Gervonta Davis look good. This is a showcase fight for Tank, meaning it's the Tank Davis show.
I'm coming different. When you say push them buttons, I'm gonna push every button that he got on his ass. Every one. You know
Hey yo, Frank Martin forgot to say no Diddy. What the hell is Frank Martin talking about? Who the hell told the man that was a good idea to say on stage out loud?
I'm gonna push every button that he got on his ass.
What is Frank Martin talking about? If some of y'all know what he's talking about, type it up in the comment section. But then again, I kinda don't wanna know what he's talking about. Frank Martin is on a different type of time. I can't stand this dude. I hope Gervonta Davis gets him up out of there in less than one round.
I'm gonna push every button that he got on his ass. Every one.
Keep on thinking that, you very strange individual. But after the press conference was over, both fighters faced off. Gervonta Davis and Frank Martin were talking trash. And then Tank Davis had to pull it. He had to pull Frank Martin's whole card. Because as we all know, Frank Martin definitely not like that. Gervonta Davis flinched the right hook at Frank Martin. And as y'all can see, the man was scared for his life.
That know me, I'm dangerous.
Hey yo, Frank Martin, it's gonna be okay. Ain't nobody gonna touch you on that stage. They not trying to mess up that bag on Saturday. When Gervonta Davis knocks you out, you will wake up a better person. Every single one of Gervonta Davis' opponents that he knocked out went on to achieve great things in boxing. Just look at Gervonta Davis' resume. Every single fighter that Tank Davis beat went on to accomplish great things in the sport. I truly believe that Frank Martin will be a champion after Gervonta Davis knocks him out.
I'm gonna push every button that he got on his ass.
Up there scared and flinching. But after the press conference, Gervonta Davis did an interview and they asked the man, who is your top 5 pound for pound? Gervonta Davis said himself as number 1. Canelo number 2, David Benavidez number 3, Naoya Inoue number 4, and Bud Crawford number 5. I agree with the list. I ain't got no issue with the list, although I think Canelo Alvarez should be last. But Naoya Inoue should not be on the damn list. I already told y'all. I like Gervonta Davis as a boxer, but I do not agree with every single thing that comes out the man's mouth. Naoya Inoue is not a top pound for pound fighter.
Horrible fighter.
But besides Errol Spence not knowing what weight class this fight is taking place at on Saturday, despite Errol Spence having been changed for the rest of his life, I lost even more respect for Errol Spence. Errol Spence was doing an interview and they asked the man, how do you feel about Terrence Bud Crawford fighting Canelo Alvarez? Errol Spence said, if Crawford wants to challenge himself to be great, let him try to be great. I'm with it. I'll be going for Bud. I don't know if he win or lose, but if anybody could pull it off, he could pull it off. He is chasing greatness.
Boy, if you don't...
Looks like Errol Spence is taking the Devin Haney route. Instead of getting whooped in that ring and wanting to rematch Bud at 154, Mentioning a rematch at 154, you see, Errol Spence should have said, yo, I don't give a damn about Terrence Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez. I want that rematch in the future. I want to see Bud versus Errol Spence at 154. Errol Spence did not do that. He's basically a fan of Terrence Crawford now because Terrence Crawford beat his brains out.
Look at you scared now, you hoe.
Errol Spence went from being Bud Crawford's rival to getting whooped by Bud. Now he is Terrence Crawford's biggest fan, pom-poms and everything. You see, Errol Spence got no backbone. Notice how he was on stage next to Derrick James, acting like everything is cool. It's a whole lot of dysfunction in Frank Martin's camp. From his promoter, to his trainer, to what the man is getting paid, to him flinching on stage when Gervonta Davis acted like he was gonna smack him up. Frank Martin will definitely lose this fight on Saturday. I don't care what y'all say. Frank Martin does not stand a chance. At first, I had Tank Davis 5 rounds or less. But based off what I saw today, based off how scared Frank Martin was on that stage, I truly think Gervonta Davis will get Frank Martin up out of there. 3 rounds or less.
Oh, look at this guy.
Switching topics, Shakur Stevenson thought it would be a good idea to tweet out today because it was a Gervonta Davis press conference day. You see, all these fighters are going to be very vocal on Twitter just because the Tank Davis fight is coming up. Shakur Stevenson said, I'm 100% healthy, 100% focused, 100% ready. July 6th, you will see a version of me that you all woke up. So thank you, I appreciate everything y'all say about me. Now I can't wait to perform. Stop the damn cap. The only reason Shakur Stevenson seems so confident is because of who he's fighting. He is fighting Artem Harotunyan, someone that Frank Martin already beat. Let's just say Shakur Stevenson was fighting, let's say, Edwin De Los Santos, for example. I don't think the man would be saying a thing. As a matter of fact, you will never, and I do repeat, never see Shakur Stevenson fight Edwin De Los Santos again. Edwin De Los Santos showed everybody everything Shakur Stevenson is and everything he never will be. Shakur Stevenson is not like that. Soft as hell.
I don't like to lose.